Good morning, basement dwellers everywhere. How are you guys doing today? I'm thinking about changing it to cellar dwellers just because it rhymes. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Cellar dwellers or basement dwellers. This is a contest entry. It's for a channel called Miss 80's. The woman's name is Beth. She's an awesome person. And Beth is having a contest called Gimme Five, which um, is a grouping of five things that you want to talk about. I saw my friend Chris Profis, he did five his favorite Mike Nesmith songs. So anyway, Beth's channel, she focuses on anything 80s, movies, music. So if you're into the 80s, you got to go to Miss 80's channel. Please go anyway and subscribe and support Beth. But anyway, without further ado, let's get started. I was wondering what five kind of things to pick, and I decided to go with what I consider five perfect albums in my collection. Now, perfect, they have to be absolutely perfect. Now, obviously, it's subjective, but that means not one note out of place, not one song that you consider even remotely weak. The album's got to flow together, the sequencing's got to be perfect, the lyrics have to be great, the music has to be great. It has to be absolutely flawless. Not one second do you say, geez, I wish, Yellow Submarine was non Revolver or, you know, that kind of thing. So these are five albums of my collection that I would not change one note, the sound of the album, a lyric, nothing. I think the album just is perfection. And there's very few. I had a hard time finding five. So I'm going to rank them too. So number five, I'm going with Yes, Close to the Edge. Uh, Man, these guys just reached down and found I don't know, an inner self there and made just the most brilliant album. I mean, Close to the Edge, the song is incredible. With Get Up and Get Down on it, and oh man, I just love that song. And You and I is absolutely perfect. Eclipse, Siberian Catro, um, absolutely, absolute brilliance. That was number five. Number four, I'm going with the Moody Blues. This is my favorite Moody Blues album, and I think this album just works so well. First of all, one of the great covers of all time, In Search of the Lost Chord. I just absolutely think this album just takes you on a journey. Get rid of that. I don't know what's on the back of that. Yeah, this album is just it's kind of psychedelic, very trippy and dreamy, but it all works. It's just absolutely perfect. It's on the Durham label. Departure, Ride My Seesaw, Mr. Livingston, I Presume, House of Four Corners, Legend of a Mind, Timothy Leary's Dead, House of Four Doors, Voices in the Sky, Best Way to Travel, Visions of Paradise, The Actor, The Word, and The Word is Brilliant, brilliant album. Number three, you probably hear me talk about this album a lot. Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. This album, just every song, it's just the sequencing on this album is absolute perfection. Every song flows together. I love, there's beautiful harmonies. There's some horns if you like that. There's just some, it's just, the lyrics are all clever. Just, again, one of my favorite albums of all time, top 10, and just, I would not change a note. Number two, Gene Clark's No Other. Now, I don't have much of Gene Clark's catalog. I've got some of the stuff he did with Doug Dillard, but I don't have any of his other solo albums. I've never heard them, and from what I understand from people, no other album in his catalog sounds like this one. No Other is just off the charts good. Lyrically fantastic, vocally fantastic, musically fantastic. Every song is absolutely incredible. The album has a mood to it. It just works perfectly. No other. Gene Clark. And my number one, the number one album of all time that's absolute perfection. My friend Randy Nelson will love me for this. His favorite album, one of mine too, Van Morrison's Astral Weeks. How Van went into a studio with all those incredible songs and had this vision, and they brought in these jazz musicians who you wouldn't have thought Van and them would have gelled with Van, just coming off a Brown Eyed Girl and the Blowing Your Mind album and TB Sheets and He Ain't Give You None, and you end up with Astral Weeks. I mean, just speechless how good this album is, how beautiful it is, and how every song is just perfect. This, I would not change one note of this. Beautiful sequencing, just incredible. So Beth, that is my entry. I hope you guys go to Beth's channel and support her. All you basement dwellers out there, get over there to Miss 80's and hit the subscribe button, ring a bell, push the like buttons, do all your stuff. Peace out, everyone. Have a great day.